card here, as you guys can see. Okay. So full moon in Aquarius starting tomorrow, and that's the number 11 on the zodiac. We're going to get into the numerology of it too, but so it's going to be opposite the sun in Leo because we're now in Leo season, okay, which is 5. Now, this is kind of a big deal, you guys, okay? And the reason why it's a big deal is because the moon is going to be conjunct with Pluto. So I got our Pluto card here. So that means it's going to be dredging up what's been buried, okay? Hidden truths are going to be getting exposed. Transformation is not optional during this time, okay? And then we also have our annual Kazemi. So this is about 2 hours before the moon goes full tomorrow morning, my time anyway. Okay, so what this means is that both Jupiter and the sun. Oh, let me get our Jupiter card. Both Jupiter and the sun are going to be, they're going to meet at the same exact time in Leo, folks. So that's why I had Jupiter ready and didn't pull out. My bad. So that's why it's kind of a big deal, okay? Because this is going to amplify abundance, which is awesome, right? And creativity. Hi, Moon. Yes, we are doing free polls after I talk about this full moon. So feel free to put your question in the chat and we'll get the queue going. We've got 1 in queue so far. So again, it's going to amplify abundance and creativity and really kind of like heart on fire type energy. Now, remember we talked about on the 26th, it just shifted for the first time in about 19 years. Okay. So it was already a big deal. A lot of energy going on right now. This is going to be the first full moon on this axis. Okay. And it's starting a new 18-month chapter. So this is going to be the last full moon before we get into our eclipse season, okay? And we'll talk about more about that as we get into August. Of course, this reading after it goes live is timeless, but this is going to be the buck moon tomorrow, you guys. So if you know what a buck is, it's a male deer. Hi, Witch King. Welcome, welcome. If you guys are just joining, feel free to say hey in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from, your zodiac sign, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. You can go ahead and get your questions in the queue. Once I'm done talking about the full moon, then we're going to do free tarot for about the next hour or so. So anything other than medical, we're going to break in our new success deck that I made. I've got the love deck ready, the yes, no deck, okay? We're just chatting a little bit about this full moon coming up first. All right. So again, this is the buck moon. So buck is the male deer, and they grow their antlers. They grow fast, very visibly, take up space. There's no shrinking. Okay. So this is kind of a return to self. So I said that was a big deal because of the conjunct with Pluto. Okay. So a little brief history on Pluto. I find it interesting anyway. Because Pluto was our 9th planet in the solar system for like over 70 years, and in 2006 they changed the definition of what a planet was. So then Pluto didn't make the cut, basically, and then they deemed it a dwarf planet. So it's kind of a topic of debate in the community, the astrology community, the spiritual community. So let me know what y'all think in the comments or in the chat if you're here live. Do you consider Pluto a planet or not? Because NASA right now is reconsidering it, but it's still officially or formally a dwarf planet, okay? So of course, astrologers and us in the spiritual community, we never really stopped using it because Pluto is so powerful. Okay, Pluto rules death, rebirth, power, and the shadow. So big on identity, anything to do with social stuff, technology. So maybe that's why we're getting these glitches still. Okay, you can't vote away the underworld. I don't know when they're going to get that, right? It's about integration. Okay, and then I'll talk to you guys later because I want to talk to you about something else I'm doing on the site too. But again, welcome. If you're just joining, we're done talking about the full moon now. So we're going to be doing some free tarot. If you want to know what this moon's bringing in for you, like PP's asking, you have any other questions other than medical, feel free to put them in the chat. We're getting a queue going. All right. You can do a general poll if you don't have a specific question. You can say that too. And I've got the yes no deck. Hi, Nama Jamma. Who do you want to leave you alone? Because I know it ain't me. So feel free to, if you're just joining again, tell me where you're joining from, your zodiac sign, any questions you may have, whatever you feel comfortable using or sharing. All right. We will pull from our moon deck since we're talking about the moon. So again, full moon in Aquarius. We talked about Pluto, the sun in Leo and Jupiter. I'm going to go ahead and move these cards now just so we'll have room to see the other ones that we're going to do for y'all. Hi, Linda. Hi, Nina. Sure thing. I see we already got a queue going. I love it. All right. So PP Capricorn wants to know what this new moon is going to be bringing in. Or not new moon, full moon. I keep saying new moon. We don't have a new moon quite yet. Make sure you guys too subscribe so you get notifications when I do go live. I don't always schedule and post in advance. Sometimes, like today, I try to schedule. I was trying to go like a half hour before I did, and it was for some reason not wanting to let me. But I guess I was meant to go at this time, right? So it's all good. My candle might go out on us while we're doing this. Okay, so PP wants to know, what will this full moon bring? What will the full moon bring for PP? A whole stack came out. Duality. Okay, we were just talking about that in 11. Oh, I did not go into the numerology. We will, you guys. Okay, I'll go back to that in a second. Education. 12. Look, that's an order. 11, 12. Interesting. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Message of warning, PP. Guide. Okay, so it's a message of warning from your guide, and it's something about anger. Ooh, we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this really quick. Let me talk about this numerology that I missed. If you guys don't know, I'm like totally into numerology, and I won't say should. I don't like the word should, but y'all should be too. Okay. What else? That was it. Okay. So real quick, PP, before I get into your cards here, really, really quick. So our moon card here has 14, which ends up reducing, right? We're going to talk about all the numbers. Yeah, all the numbers. Let me move my other notebook here so we've got space. Okay. So we've got 14. Okay. Now, for this full moon, okay, that's coming tomorrow, before we reduce it to get to this 5, we have to clear out distractions. Okay. So there's a possibility that this full moon could bring, and this is for the collective as a whole, some distractions. Okay. Because we got this. And normally I would say, 5, which is, change and, could be conflict, transformation, freedom. But in this case, the conflict is the distractions. Okay, so that's for our moon card. Now I'm gonna put this one away. And it is in Aquarius, which is 11. That's a master number, so we don't reduce that one. Okay, which is a super illuminator, a portal, a gateway. It's 2 pillars side by side, and big for manifestation. Okay. So master number here for Aquarius. So I did say it was illumination, abundance. So this full moon is going to bring in a lot of that. So it's a good time for manifesting everything. Okay. And then the sun is moving into Leo. Okay. So we're in Leo season now, you guys. Any Leos in the chat or comments, let me know. The sun is 13. Okay. Now that does become 4, which is stability, foundation, protection. Okay. So the sun being in Leo, which is 5, brings about change, but also stability and protection. Okay. So that's awesome. Look how pretty those cards are. So we'll put those away. And then we also talked about both Jupiter and Pluto because Jupiter, and the sun. Remember, we talked about that. Okay. So Jupiter is 18, which is 9, and that's endings, okay, completion, release. And Pluto's 22. Now, we're not reducing this one, okay, to 4 as we normally would because this is another master number. This is a master builder number, you guys. This is beyond, Pluto is beyond manifestation. This is why I tell you that it's so powerful in the spiritual community and why there's a big debate over whether or not it's still considered a planet. So again, let me know in the chat or the comments if you consider Pluto a planet still. So I want to see what you guys say. Maybe I'll do a poll on the channel too about this. Anywho, it's about huge manifestation and divine legacy. Okay. So big time for manifesting. If you guys aren't doing your money bowls and money jars and all that good stuff, it's a good time. Check out the site, sanctuary444.com, if you want to know how to do that. Okay. So now we're going to get into PP's cards and everyone else's. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Abir. Abir deleted your message, so I can't see that one. We're getting a queue going for questions, anything other than medical. If you're just joining, feel free to say hey in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from, your zodiac sign, and any questions you may have other than medical. If you just want a general poll, that's fine. We're doing free tarot for about the next hour or so. Okay, so PP, we're going to get into now your numbers. And if you didn't catch it, we got duality, which is 11. And I was just saying what a master number that one is. So this one's big again for illumination, okay? Manifestation. You'll see here a snake in the middle, which may be significant to you, but it's also big on spirituality, okay? Snakes kind of get a bad name in the spiritual community, but they really are a symbol of spirituality, okay? And then you got right in order education. So with your education, you are on the right track here because it's in order 11 to 12. And 12 is 3, which is collaboration, creativity, communication. So maybe you're collaborating more in something that you're learning, maybe teamwork in school or, self-taught. But this is definitely good here. Okay. Then we've got, and again, this is for PP, a message of warning with 33 here. Okay. Now, 33, you're going to laugh, is another master number, but it's not just a regular master number. This is a master teacher number, a cosmic avatar. Okay. This is huge. This is the highest, purest frequency of unconditional love, emotional alchemy, spiritual service, protection, nurturing energy. Okay, so 33 is one of the best cards that you can get. Now it says message of warning, which sounds negative, but nothing that comes through, especially through me or my channel, is ever about fear. I don't do fear mongering. It's never to instill fear. Okay. So any warnings that come through, it's to catch your attention. It's for your awareness, not your fear. Okay. So you do have a message of warning coming through here, and it's from a guide. And this is either a panther or jaguar, might resonate with you, with the number 15, which is 6. Okay. And 6 is harmony, love, family, responsibility. So I'm getting that you're going to have this harmony coming through with stability, home life, love life. Okay. So this is good. And then we have anger. Okay. So the message of warning from your guide So look at the order this came in. Message of warning, guide, anger. It's about your temper. Okay. Now, 9 is endings, completion, release, and also compassion. So, whether you need to have compassion with yourself about some anger you're holding or compassion for someone else's anger they may be holding, maybe towards you. But there's something here regarding anger. So, your guides are kind of warning you about that. Okay. So, maybe you have some anger management issues. I don't know. Okay. So, that's for PP. Now let's see who was next. Again, feel free to put your question in the chat and I will pull for you if you want general or specific question. Okay, so Moon was next. Yes, always free, but tips are appreciated, you guys, because I am not monetized on YouTube yet. Hopefully soon. What do you need to hear right now that you're not aware of? Okay, so let's pull from that. I'm going to pull from a different deck for you, Moon. And call to a different deck here real quick. If you're just joining, free tarot, put your questions in the chat. Okay, Moon, what do you need to know that you're not aware of? What does Moon need to know that they're not aware of? Scorpio. Oh, you also got a whole stack of Fallout. Let's see what it says. Okay, so for Moon, you've got some Archangel messages here. We're going to go over those. A spirit guide message. Yep, you've got a few Archangel messages here. Wow. We're going to talk about these, okay? And, ooh, an ancestor walks with you, Moon. They want you to know you're more loved than you know. Okay, so you specifically asked Moon what you're not aware of. You're becoming unfamiliar to your past, so you've changed a lot. And it says, don't compare. Survival mode is not your personality. Survival mode is the survival trait, okay? It's something we learn, to survive. It's not your personality. So a lot of people get that confused. So you need to hear that apparently. And your spirit guides say, stop apologizing, Moon. Okay, Archangel Jeremiel says, release the guilt. Archangel Azrael says, love survives death. That makes sense because you got your ancestor here too. And they said that you're more loved than you know. And then you got the Archangel telling you love survives death. So someone who has passed on is sending you love still. Archangel Haniel says you are allowed to honor your sensitivity. And Archangel Gabriel says your voice was never meant to stay hidden. So that is all for you, Moon. Wow, great reading. Love it. We'll be doing yoga for the full moon in Ireland. Oh, you're in Ireland, Moon. Okay, I'm of Irish descent. I have never been to Ireland, though, and would love to go. That's amazing. Yoga, manifesting. I love it. I agree. Poor little Pluto. Hey, Linda. Okay, what's coming for you in August? Let's see, Luna. I called you Linda. It's funny. Luna's my cat's name. Apparently, maybe my cat is trying to come through here. Okay, Linda. So, what is coming for you this August? I'm kind of getting called to the success deck for you, Linda. So, let's pull that from there. What's coming for Linda in August? Here. lack mentality. So have you been kind of doubting your capabilities or doubting maybe that something will come through for you? You need to get out of your lack mentality and into abundance mentality, Linda. Let me know if you need help with that. We can come back to it too. Okay, which king should you pursue your love for your guardian angel, Fenny? That's kind of a yes no question. So I'm going to go yes no. We can pull from the love deck too if we feel called. Let's see. So, should you pursue Fenny? All right, which king? This one's for you. I like your handle, by the way. Should which king pursue Fenny? And my disclaimer before I get into more of the polls for questions is I don't control the outcome, you guys, okay? This is what comes through spirit. I'm the messenger. All right, so it says no. No, Witch King. You got the Black Joker, the Fool. It says too risky, foolish choice. No, you should not pursue Funny. Okay, Dylan. Love life for August and September. From Florida. Welcome, welcome. Aquarius. Oh, the full moon is in your sign tomorrow. It's a full moon in Aquarius. That's good for you, Dylan. All right, we're going to pull from the love deck for you, Dylan. Let's see what's coming for you in the next couple months. What's coming for Dylan in love the next couple months, Spirit? Butterflies. Ooh, now whether that be literal butterflies coming to visit you or transformation, or maybe you're going to be feeling butterflies for somebody. Let's see what else. Let me know if you guys have any follow-up questions too once I get through. And it's asking, what's your love language? Okay, so maybe you need to get clear on how you want to be loved, Dylan. That's what I'm getting. You know, maybe you have like deal breakers in your head, but not necessarily what you actually want. So remember, when it comes to manifesting a partner or love, you don't want to focus so much on the things you don't want. Of course, those are good things to know, but you want to focus on the qualities you do want in a person. Okay, you do want in your love, how you want to be loved, because that's what you want to bring in. The more whatever you focus on is what you're going to bring in. Okay, somebody need to hear that. It also says you'll be getting a message soon, Dylan, and then something about commitment, and then something's toxic. So I don't know if that's what you're in now. It could be a warning that whatever message is coming up, what is coming through for you, might be from someone who is toxic from your past. Okay, so watch out for that. Okay, you like that, PP? Yes. Nina, what's going on with Pisces? Okay, so kind of a general. Let's see what's going on with you, Nino. This is for Nino. What's going on with Pisces? Going on with Nino the Pisces. Physical pain. Oh, I hope you're not in physical pain, Nino. And look, there's a sword going through a heart wrapped in thorns. So maybe you've been so heartbroken that it's causing you physical pain. You also got 29, which is 12, which is 3. So this has something to do with a connection. Let me know if you want me to pull more on that. Yes, claim it, PP. You're welcome. Moon, you're new to the archangels. Yeah, we can talk a little bit more about archangels. I love talking about them. There were I only really heard about a few of them, honestly, most of my life. And then I started getting into, more of them. So you got a few here that are not as well known. I know Michael's like very well known. So like Azrael, um, rules grief, death, transition. So that makes sense because you have an ancestor with you. And he's known to be the archangel that helps souls cross over, and he's really associated with the angel number 999. So if you've been seeing that one. And then you also got Haniel, which kind of is moon energy, which makes sense. We have the full moon tomorrow. Also, feminine cycles. So a lot of like psychic connection, feminine energy, and is most associated with 777 and 222. And then who else did you get here? Jerem. Gabrielle, you got too. So that's more messages, communication, kind of new beginnings. And he's most associated with 111. So if you've been seeing that one, maybe I should do. I have videos on my channel on archangels. You can feel free to check out Moon, but maybe I should do like a guide on them. That might be good. Okay, I digress. You're so welcome. Dylan, that's why it's been crazy at work. That makes sense. Yes. Oh, Linda. Yeah, we got to get out of that one. You're already feeling butterflies for someone, Dylan. Oh, two of your friends have been toxic. That makes sense why you got that card then. Confirmation. I was just reading that you were considering cutting them off, and then the little gecko here gave us confirmation. I agree, PP. Oh, that makes sense. Witch King. Oh, you literally meant your guardian angel. Is this someone who has passed on? Since someone was asking about it being free, I'm going to put this in the chat here for you guys. As I said, I am not monetized, so the readings are always free and all my videos are free, but tips are always greatly appreciated, you guys. Cash App or buy me a coffee on my Ko-Fi. Either way, again, if you feel called, greatly appreciated. Or if you want to book a reading, you can do that on my site as well. Oh, you summoned your guardian angel. Okay, I wasn't sure. People call people who have passed over their guardian angels. So, oh, got you. Okay, I get what you're saying now, Witch King. Great. All right, guys. Any other questions? Let me know. If you're just joining, feel free to say hey in the chat. Let me know where you're joining from, your zodiac sign, any questions you might have, anything other than medical. I've got the love deck ready, the success deck, the yes no deck. So, any question other than medical, I've got you guys. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and pull just general for the collective here. Ooh, a card already fell out. Rolex. Somebody wear a Rolex or about to get a Rolex? Let me know in the chat or comments if that resonates with you. Let's pull from my other moon deck too and see like what's this full moon just bringing in general for the collective here. I have a few moon decks, you guys. I love the moon. And if you have any follow up questions from the cards I already pulled for you, let me know because I've gone completely through the queue now. I'm all caught up. Fear. Oh, look at that image, you guys. Who's feeling fear right now? And look, there's a cage. The crows are outside the cage. Do you guys see this? The crows are outside the cage, but they're still tied. That's significant. Dylan. It was the physical pain we got for you, right? Well, I wouldn't call physical pain good, but I don't think you should be fearful. But we can pull another one. Let me pull from the love deck for you because you kind of had a love question. You are what, PP? Dylan, I went to the Rolex 24 Daytona in January. Oh, nice. You won tickets. That's cool. Oh, you were asking about August and September, so maybe that's a sign. Which can you feel fear before payday? Oh, okay. Well, lack mentality came out too. We're going to pull. Okay, so I'm pulling from the love deck for you, and then I'm going to pull from the success deck because we were talking about fear with money and stuff. So, oh, fearful. Okay, PP. Don't be fearful. Not only is fear like a huge cause of a lot of illnesses such as cancer, high blood pressure, all kinds of crazy things, but it also blocks manifestation. Okay. You cannot manifest from fearful energy. So you have to find a way to let the fear go. I know that's difficult. I know it's very difficult to let go of fear, but if you guys need help with that, let me know. You can get G Witch on retainer, okay, guys. I do spiritual guidance too, almost like therapy, but for spiritual. It's not medical advice, so don't come after me in the comments, okay? But you might need to do shadow work. There are different things. A really good. I'm gonna give you guys a free tip on this one. A really good way to release fear is to journal about your fear, where you think this fear came from, all of this. And back in the day, if I'd be aging myself, we used to, brainstorm on paper where, you start here and it branches off. That's how I do my shadow work. Or I start with, okay, you can just start with the word fear and be like, what do I fear? And then write down just whatever comes to mind that you fear, being broke, not having a job, death, whatever it is. Okay. Write it down. Then you branch off. Okay. Let's just say, okay, I fear death, for example. I know it's kind of, you might think that's a dark one or an extreme one, but people fear death. Okay. So let's say it's that. And I say, okay, I fear death. Then you take that and go, why? Why do I fear death? Everyone dies at some point, right? So why am I going to be fearful of it? And you just kind of like break it down. It's almost like when you have to do mathematic formulas, and you have to keep reducing and reducing and reducing like they would make you do in school. This is what you're doing until you get to the root of it. Where did you learn that from? You have to deprogram yourself, okay? If it's about money, why? Make money work for you. How? You learn the tools how and you put it into action. Or you're just going to sit there in fear the rest of your life and never manifest anything. That's not where we want to go. Okay, back to the reading. So somebody needed to hear that because that was kind of a long rant. So I apologize. But somebody needed to hear it, okay? So don't just sit there in fear, you guys. Please do something about it. I get it because I've been there, so that's not out of judgment or, however, I'm very blunt, so sometimes it comes off that way, but that's not what it is. This is me wanting to help you, okay? Okay, so let's see. Witch King, love. Let's see what it comes out for you. We got a few cards. Heartbreak. Yeah, didn't I say the physical pain could have been from heartbreak? I don't make this up, you guys. Sleep on it. So, whatever decision you're trying to come to, fire sign. So, you could be a fire sign. You might have already told me your sign, so forgive me if I am missing that one. But, or have fire in your chart, or you're dealing with the fire sign. So, there's some type of fire sign in your energy. This person sent you flowers, whether they're literal or you can send like virtual flowers now or kudos and things. So whoever this is about, this person sent you flowers in some form or another, and effective communication is needed. Okay, so again, that was for Witch King, and we're going to pull from the success deck for you too, Witch King. I wanted to let you guys know too. I now offer on the site sanctuary444.com. There are free resources on there for you guys too. And of course, my YouTube has like 700 free videos or more. But I'm also doing spell work on there. And that's not evil, it's a common misconception. So everything I do is in light and love. So if anyone wonders that, including protection work, including how to help you manifest. Ceremonies, rituals. So if you guys are interested in that, you can email me or hit me up on the site, either way. And if you are a subscriber to my YouTube, then I put in the post, I think it was today I posted it, you get 20% off any of my private readings. So that's my other gift to you. So go check it out, especially those of you that clearly need to do some shadow work, some spiritual work. That's what I'm here for. All right, Witch King, see what's coming up for you. And now this deck, the success deck, is for anything business related, career, money, all of that. Because you mentioned being fearful before, right? See what comes out for you. Yep, look, there's a block. I don't make this up, you guys. Witch King, there is a block. Catching up on the chat, guys. Okay. New connections and arrays. Okay. So there is some sort of block. Once you clear that here, Witch King, you're going to make new connections and end up getting arrays. That's what's coming in for you. Will you get called from any jobs you applied to? Okay, Linda, let's pull from the success deck. We'll do the yes, no too, but I want to pull from the success deck again for you. Will Linda get called from any of the jobs she has applied to? Will Linda get called for any of the jobs she's applied to? Yes, if you have support, came out 10 of diamonds. Ooh, yeah, that's money and work right there. And 10, again, the end of a cycle. Yes, looks like you are. You're going to hear from some of the jobs you applied to. Let's see what else comes out for you from the success deck. I feel like someone in the collective, it could be someone here that's live, is being called more towards spiritual work. I'm getting that feeling, you guys. I got the chills saying it. Linda, a stable income. Yes, I love it. Yes, Dylan. I was saying you'd be getting a message. Yeah, I think the message is from someone who's toxic. So it might be those friends you were talking about, but I can ask. Okay, Dylan, I see. Okay, Dylan, I'm going to pull from this other deck for you, see what comes out, and then I'll look at your other question. Excuse any background noise, you guys. My neighborhood's been like loud. It's summertime, so. Okay, so for Dylan. Ooh, this deck's a mess. Have you been feeling like a mess lately, Dylan? Key chosen. Oh, Dylan. You need to be activated, Dylan. Yeah, no wonder I was getting the chills. Do you feel like you're chosen? I just said I felt someone in the chat was being called towards spiritual work, and this came out. You just need to be activated, Dylan. And then sexy came out. And your other question, not related to love. Okay. So work, sure. You're welcome, Linda. Have less recounts this month during inventory. Hi, Strange. Welcome, welcome. Where are you joining from, Strange? What's your zodiac sign? Whatever you feel comfortable sharing. If you have any questions or if you just want a general poll, we're doing free tarot. Okay, Dylan. So I'm going to pull from the yes no. Will you have less recounts this month? Will Dylan have less recounts this month? Then we can pull from maybe the other deck for you. Ooh, this came flying out. Very likely you will have less recounts. I'm not sure what that means in your field, but that's what you do. Very likely hold back a little. King of Hearts. Okay, and then let's pull from this other deck for you for the work thingy. That is your recounts question, but let's just see anything else comes out for you, Dylan. That's from anything to do with your career. An unexpected gift and independence. I love it. That's also for you, Dylan. Activated. So there are different activations you can do. I have one on my site too for chosen ones, and that's not why I'm telling you this. But if you feel called, go check it out. Basically, so for example, I walk a shamanic path. So I got activated through a shaman. Basically, I was called to my spiritual work that I do, and I felt that pull, but I wasn't activated, and I wasn't working in it. Um, so you're being called. So everyone has special gifts and talents. We're all born with them, but not everyone feels the call, and not everyone answers the call. Not and even those who do don't get activated. Okay, so your block will be there until you get activated. So until you figure out like what your real purpose is, and an activation is the ceremony basically. So you go through the ceremony and you're activated, and then you just start the channel messages start coming through. Not necessarily that you have to, read tarot. There are just a number of, for example, I do Reiki as well, and other energy healing. So there's just all kinds of different, things you can do in the spiritual community. Um, but you definitely have been going through some sort of an awakening, and that would kind of be the completion of it, if that makes sense. Okay. Strange to this. What does Joel from T think of me? Okay, so that's a love one. I'm gonna pull for you, Strange. What does Joel think of Strange Spirit? What does Joel think of Strange? Oh, a few came out. Water sign came out. That could be you or in your energy or someone you're dealing with. Could be Joel. And it says, don't overthink it and someone you don't see coming. So whether that's Joel or someone else, but don't overthink it. Let's see if we can get more on what Joel thinks of you. Oh, it says focus on what you do want. I was just saying that earlier. And then twin flame, strange. Oh goodness. So maybe Joel thinks of you romantically or thinks that you are his twin flame. Okay, Dylan, it's a good thing if it's last. Well, good. It said very likely. Oh, interesting, Dylan. They're at your work. Okay. That makes sense. All right, guys, we are through the queue. So if anyone has any other questions, follow up or otherwise, or if you just want a general poll, and if you're just joining, feel free to say hey in the chat. If you're watching not live, feel free to still say hey to me. Let me know your zodiac sign, where you're joining from, whatever you feel comfortable sharing, of course. Any questions you might have, or if you just want a general poll. These fell out, you guys, as I was moving the deck. You're calling. Oh my gosh, Dylan. What was I just saying? I don't make this up, you guys. Oh my gosh, I couldn't make it up if I tried. New direction and success. What did I say? Your calling is waiting for you, Dylan. And it's a new direction. I love it. Strange, what does twin flame mean? Or, well, I'll just go ahead and explain because somebody must need to hear it. So, twin flame is similar to a soulmate, only it's more intense. It's a more intense connection. Not everyone has a twin flame. And a lot of times it can feel like a very difficult connection because it really forces growth. Okay, so it can be a very intense, like instant connection, feel very, you just feel pulled to this person. It might be someone you keep coming back to time and time again and you're not sure why. Maybe someone you can't walk away from and you're not sure why. And basically it was one soul split into two, and this is why lifetime after lifetime you will always find this person again. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're meant to be with that person in this lifetime, but it means you will find them in every lifetime, and eventually once you both have healed enough, you will be together. Does that help, Strange? Dylan, you've had very vivid dreams. Yes. Okay. Yeah, listen to your dreams. Oh, see, I feel like I told you, Dylan, it sounds like you're already having prophetic dreams. Like this is, yeah, true PP. You're welcome, Strange. Yeah, Dylan, that's rough. Coming from experience, I have both met someone at work that formed a relationship, and I've also um, worked with someone I was already in a relationship with, and either way it goes, that's difficult. Um, To be honest with you, on a personal level, like if I was just sitting with you as a friend, I kind of would advise against it, just because if anything, happens, say it don't work out, you still have to work with that person. I mean, unless you're okay, moving on to a different job, one of you, it can get messy. It can be very messy. So I'm not telling you what to do, obviously, in your relationship, but um, or your potential relationship. But I mean, it can work out. Of course, it works out all the time for people. I'm just saying it can also be very complicated, very messy. Me personally, I don't really like. Now it's different if you like have your own business, you're running a business together, something like that. But as employees, I wouldn't want to mix the two. That's me personally. But if you think that that's not an issue for you, then and you're getting all the signs, then hey, go for it. Um, any other questions, guys? Or are you just listening to me ramble at this point? Let's pull some general cards. Yeah, of course. Ask away. I'm gonna pull a general. Ooh, I said that and one fell on the floor. Some intense energy with this group, you guys. You should sleep on it came out, so maybe that's for you, Dylan. I think we got that before too. Sleep on it, right? Your ancestor says hello. That's for somebody I know. I think it was that for Moon, that we got that. The ancestor was sending love. So I'm getting the name Marie. There's someone named Marie here with me. Does anyone in the chat have an ancestor who or passed on loved one named Marie? Let me know. Or if you're watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments. Dylan, she just texted me. Work or otherwise? Is it a work text or a different one? I told you there was a message coming in, didn't I? Okay, that's a yes no question. Strange. I'm going to ask. I love the confirmation. I said in the same live reading, I said you were going to get a message and you got a text. It doesn't get better than that for confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so strange. You got maybe, giving yes, receiving no. So you're going to meet up. I'm gonna pull again just because I was kind of running my mouth as I pulled it for you. Strange. Is it a good idea for Strange to meet up with Joel? Yes, but it won't last. That's very specific. And look, Jay, Jack, or Joel, right? And a heart, love. Yes, but it won't last. I didn't get more specific than that. Not work related. Okay, Dylan, see? I love it. I love what I do. I get the chills all the time, you guys. So let's see about this Marie. I'm going to pull from my mediumship deck. Who's Marie? This could also be a middle name I'm getting. I'm getting the chills again. And my candle's like about to go out too. Okay. I'm getting the color blue. Okay, Maria's her middle name, but that's what she goes by or went by in life. She's shaking her head no. There's something she either doesn't like or doesn't approve of. I think this is the first time I have had a spirit actually present and communicating during a live, you guys. So this is, I have the chills. We will get back to your questions, but bear with me, guys. What else from Marie Spirit? Okay, let me pull from a different deck. She was saying no. I think it was about that deck. That wasn't your fault. Let go of the guilt. That's what Marie wants someone to know. Someone's carrying guilt for something that happened. Okay, so yeah, we'll do yes, no, and then a love pull strange. So does he like, oh, okay. So let's see, Joel. So I have a question for you, Strange. Does it matter if he likes you if you already know it won't last? I'm just curious. No judgment either way. I'm just curious. Okay, for Strange. Does Joel like Strange? Get in the game. Okay, it's funny because as I was doing this, do you know what came to me, Strange? Like you for what? So I think you're asking the wrong question. Does Joel like you for what? In general, if Joel's texting you and it's not about work, chances are, yeah, he likes you, but likes you for what? That's the question. You're not being annoying. Not at all. That's what I'm here for. Excited to send you money. Were you the one to get unexpected gift for you? Or was that someone else? It does matter. Okay. No, it's okay that you want to know. I don't. It's just I say what comes through. So, like I said, I'm blunt, but it's never judgment. And it's never anger or anything like that. I'm just very blunt. Well, that's nice if he's gonna send you money. I guess. Let's see what else comes out, guys. Oh, we've gone over our time today. I didn't even notice. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, I will, Strange. Let's see what's whoa. Daily ritual came out. Yeah, somebody needs to do daily rituals. I was like, okay. And you'll have to let me know, Strange, what happens. So is Joel gonna send Strange money? Ooh, this came flying out. No, you can't afford to take any risks. Five of diamonds. Diamonds is money. Five is change or conflict. No. Now, I will say this as another disclaimer. Cards can change in that, let's say you were to go back to him, confront him if he doesn't send it, and then he eventually does. You know what I mean? Like, there's also free will. So, at least right now, no. Let's see what else comes out for you and Joel from the love deck for Strange and Joel. Yeah, that's when we asked. Oh my gosh, you said that, and look, chemistry and soulmate. So what that tells me, even if it's not specifically twin flame, because he may not even know what that means, for all we know, but maybe he does. Not everyone does, but he definitely feels chemistry, and he feels some sort of a connection because we got twin flame and now soulmate. Um, yeah, so there's something there that he's feeling. I don't know if you're feeling it, but you're asking his feelings, and that's what's coming out. Dylan, she's asking about video games. Okay, are y'all gamers? Strange. I feel you, strange, and whew, all I can say is my family kind of dubbed me the cutoff queen because I'm also Sagittarius, so so I'm feisty. But like I'm kind of quick to. Of course, I try to work things out, and there are a lot of connections I've tried to heal over the years. But um, yeah, I think in the older you get, the less tolerant you are. He said all these men. I feel like now more and more women are feeling that way. Like less of a pull. Not that you're necessarily like changing sexuality, but perhaps. I mean, women are way more fluid than men anyway. But we won't get into that. But I feel like more and more women are feeling that pull like away from men. I think it's just because of and I honestly I say a lot of it has to do with social media, dating apps, like all this stuff that I don't have anything to do with, y'all, but I think it's really changed the dynamic a lot for people. And there's just a lot of toxic energy out there. So I think women are feeling that more and more. It's driving you. What do you mean strange? What does play it? How does strange, you're funny. That's funny. I just read your comment about Tinder and I was talking about the dating apps and stuff. I didn't read that before I said that. That's funny. That's how it goes, strange. That's how it goes. Oh, the one that said, I know, they get in the game. Yeah, a lot of people say love is a game. I think, in a sense, life is a game. You have to learn how to play it. But I think people take love as a game, especially now. And I think this is just like a do you know the rules? So like you don't know the other person's intentions, you know your own. I think you just have to be true to yourself, be truthful, find out his intentions. I mean, I'm the type I'll just ask, like I'm just out with it. Lay your cards on the table, like what's going on. I know people are afraid to do that, especially now. Like everybody plays all these games and stuff. I'm not with it, so I might be I might be the wrong person to ask as far as all the dating stuff on a personal level. But yeah, PP saying don't show all your cards. You see, and that is kind of a male mentality anyway, though. But in general, I'm generalizing, you guys. I'm sorry. Strange. I think it's saying like get with it, like get with the program, get in the game, like um, he's texting you, right? So he's showing interest, and maybe you're overthinking it. Yeah, I agree with PP. You kind of have to feel things out, follow your heart, but take your brain with you is what I always say. So don't overthink it too much. You want to go with your gut, like what is it, especially as a female. um and sorry if I'm assuming your gender, but the way you were talking about males, I'm assuming that. So as a female, feminine intuition is real. So like if you're in tune, you're gonna feel it. So go with that. Oh, I get that. Yeah. Ah, well, there you go then. Remember, I was asking you, does it matter if it won't last? And you said it does. So, like, if you just want to have fun and that doesn't matter, then I mean, but yeah, I don't like being left unread either, so I get that. Hi, is it Carnesia? New subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Oh, another Floridian. We've got someone else in the chat from Florida too. And a Pisces. We have another Pisces here too. I love it. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, feel free if you. I'm still doing. We're actually over time, but it's okay. If you guys have any last minute questions, put it in the chat. In a couple minutes here, I'm probably gonna get into affirmations, guys, but and go eat some dinner. But strange, yeah. Or basically twin flame soulmate. Basically, he feels some sort of emotional connection with you and chemistry. So it's kind of both. He's feeling something there. Dylan, yeah, unexpected gift came out. Let's see if we can get anything else, Dylan. Any last minute questions, guys, before I get into affirmation? Dylan, grounding needed, prosperity and abundance. Okay. So, yes, an unexpected gift is coming in. I'll pull some other cards to see if we can get any more clarification. But it's kind of everything I've been harping on with you. Not to be a nag, but you need to do some grounding. You need to be activated. Prosperity and abundance await you. Okay. But let's see. What is this gift, Spirit? Can you give me more information? The gift could be that key too. Remember, key fell out for you. I don't know what that's a key to, if it's a literal key or a metaphor, but let's see what comes out. Confusion. Interesting. Oh, key and confusion. You're going to receive clarity. I said blue too earlier. This gift is going to bring you clarity. You're welcome. Oh, goodness. You want to know about a Virgo? Sure. You want to know if they'll reach out? That's a yes, no. We can pull from the love deck too for you, though. I'm going to call you Carne. No. Carnesia wants to know about D, the Virgo. Okay. Well, do you reach out to Carnesia spirit? Virgos can kind of be ghosters, man. I felt called to say that as we're waiting for your card to come out. Yes. You can do anything. Kings, that's masculine energy. You have diamonds. Do you work with them or have something else going on with them? Because diamonds is like work, money. But yes is the answer. The Virgo is going to reach out. You're welcome, Strange. I would say so, Dylan. It could be PP. Oh, blue's your favorite, Dylan. Okay. Ah, you don't work with them. Interesting. Oh, but you know what? Diamonds are also Earth or Pentacles and Tarot, and they're Virgo, so that makes sense. A masculine Virgo. Could also be body manifestation. Maybe you've been trying to call them in, something in your body, but that makes sense because it's Earth. Diamonds are Earth too. Oh, love it, guys. Okay, let's see. Other affirmations come through for you. I'm getting the lyrics to that song. I forget the song, the last chance for romance is coming to mind. That could be for you, Carnage. I don't know. A lot of you guys are asking about love. I thought so many more of you guys in the collective would want to know about like money and career. Javon's not here. He always asks about that. And PP too. But so many more love questions. I'm actually surprised. Okay. Spirit guides me in every step I take. I have choices. I am open to blessings. That makes sense because a lot of you guys have blockages. So you need to be open to blessings coming in. Believe that they're coming. I am guided and protected by love, and I am safe. I love it. Dylan. Oh my gosh. As you were saying that, I didn't read your question yet. I am safe came through. Oh, that's a tough one. Natural disasters. So let's see. Let's pull for it, John. But we got I am safe. So I'm thinking, yes. We'll call it be safe from hurricanes this season. Safe from hurricanes. Maybe. It depends. Seven of Hearts. Yeah, I think there's also two different questions there. Will you be safe and will you be hit by one? So this came out that I am safe. So you could get hit by a hurricane, but you're safe and protected. So know that. True, PP. Okay, you guys, Spirit wants you guys to start affirming these things. Okay, so affirm them with me. Spirit guides me in every step I take. I have choices. I'm open to blessings. I am guided and protected by love, and I am safe. Each and every one of you guys, especially those of you here with me live in the chat, I appreciate you so, so much. All the information you need, whether you want to buy me a coffee, book a reading, check out the free resources, everything's on sanctuary444.com. It's also in the description, bio, chat, comments. Any information you need on me, feel free to reach out. Anything that's your confirmation that you're feeling in the chat or the comments, feel free to share. I love hearing the backstories to all these things. Again, each and every one of you beautiful souls is so, so appreciated. And I know for sure I'm gonna be going live Friday night. Maybe Thursday too. I'm not sure, but I will try to keep you guys as updated as I can. Sometimes I just pop on, but I will close out here so I can go have some dinner. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is your time. So until next time, sending you light, love, and healing. And I hope this helped.